Scene 2. Take 1 of removing liner from pond.
I'm Chris Thompson. Actually started Just Add Water in 2004. Actually grew up in Michigan. Went to college. I was going to be a phys ed teacher. I was also a runner. Followed my girlfriend out to Iowa. Now my wife. Started my company when I moved out here. We started off as a full-scale landscape company, transitioned to water features within a couple of years. So I guess I'm the founder, president, CEO. I have done every job in Just Add Water. Currently, I am more the administrator, sales, run the business, morale for the team, stuff like that. A little bit more about myself. So I've got a wife, 2 kids, 2 boys. We live in Ankeny, Iowa. We've been in Ankeny, Iowa since 2004. Actually kind of love it here in Iowa.
Okay, what made you decide to start Just Add Water?
So we were a full-scale landscape company, which is what we did in Michigan. Here in Iowa, I really wanted to build a pond in my backyard when we bought our first house. So in 2004 or 5 when we bought that house, that's 2004, I started planning a pond. Didn't know how to build a pond, so I basically taught myself how to build a pond, and just building that pond was such a great experience. Really loved it, and then living with that pond basically made me only want to do water features. Just that impact on people's lives, the impact that had on my life. So we quickly started transitioning to just do water features. So how I got into ponds, I think I grew up in a very rural part of Michigan, around a lot of wetlands. So as a kid, I was basically running around, climbing trees, running through swamps, catching frogs, that kind of stuff. My next door neighbor actually had an old concrete goldfish pond. This is like the 1980s back in Michigan. And I used to go over there like when they're at work and just like stare at it, watch these fish swim around. I was probably like 8, 9 years old at the time. And I think that had a lot to do with shaping my future as far as like being drawn to the pond when we bought our first house.
Okay, so what's your favorite on-the-job memory?
Favorite on-the-job memory would be the crew that we have here, building our organization, building our team. It was really, I don't want to say easy, but not as complicated when it was me and a couple, guys or helpers or whatever, employees. It got a lot more challenging when we started building an organization. And to me, the development of the team, for example, some of our longer employees like Will Reese and Connor Canova and stuff like that, seeing these guys come in and then develop as, coming in as young kids, developing into adults and managers in the company.
And if you had to use one word to describe Just Add Water as a company, what would you choose?
I would say excellence, because that's what I, as the business owner, strive for. The other one, I guess if I'm going to choose 2, is fun. It's really important that we have a fun company. And that could be the clients we work with as well as the environment we provide for our teammates.
Anything you feel like people should know about us?
We wake up in the morning and we piss excellence.
Okay.
I've been here since 2013. I started as an intern, doing the grunt work, carrying buckets, doing all that stuff. Kind of worked my way up, did a lot of maintenance. I've sold work. I've obviously built a lot of jobs. Now I help manage and run the company. I'm obviously here with the guys just about every day, doing a little bit of everything still. So I think that's one of the things I enjoy the most, is I'm still, even though I do a lot of the management side, I still get to get my hands dirty. I also really enjoy the mental side of it, troubleshooting things, making things work. And it's just a very rewarding career, basically. You know, we turn a flat backyard into something pretty awesome, or we come in and do something big and elaborate. So it's very, you know, we work really hard, but there's, like I said, rewarding.
Okay, what made you decide to apply at Just Head Water?
Originally my goal, the reason why I applied at Just Head Water was coming out of school at Iowa State. I have a degree in landscape design. My goal was, 5-year plan was to open my own business, make a bunch of mistakes on someone else's dime. So I wanted to learn how to do water features, and I never left. So that's why I applied, was I wanted to make money, and now I'm making money.
What made you stay?
The reason why I've stuck around so long is, well, Chris, easily the best boss I've ever had. Not just because of the work environment, atmosphere, things like that, but also just like he genuinely cares for us as humans, as, you know, our families, all of that stuff. Our, you know, happiness, or whatever you want to call it, is very important to him. So the core values he has as a person, he replicates into his business, and that's why I'm still here.
What's your favorite on-the-job memory with Just Head Water?
My favorite on-the-job memory is probably getting recognized as a company as the #1 CAC, the certified aquascape contractor in the world. That was really cool. I've been around long enough to see us kind of climb the ranks and do that, and get you know, recognized by the whole aquascape industry. So that was definitely really exciting. We had a big year of awards that year. Chris won Businessman of the Year, so that was cool. Yeah, my memory grows every day, I guess is the best way to put it. Watching our growth from when it was me and 2 other guys to now we run 2.5, almost 3 crews.
If you had to use one word to describe Just Head Water, what word would you choose?
Miserable. My #1 word to describe is challenging, but in a good way. Like I said, one of my favorite things is the mental side of it. Yes, the physical side and working hard is, you know, very fun, but the challenges that we get to, you know, find and adapt to and overcome, it's, like I said earlier, it's rewarding. A lot of those things, you know, kind of have a lot of pride in what we do, so that's what I like about it.
Howdy folks, my name's Connor. Here at Just Add Water, I am one of the crew leaders, or you can call me the do anything guy. Pretty much anything that needs to be done, I'm good to go take care of it. I like taking care of it, and yeah, it's a fun job. I've worked for Just Add Water since 2014. I started off in a plush frog costume as a mascot at home shows, and one day they said, hey, you want to help us tear out these rocks at this display they had? And I said, sure, and apparently I picked up a big enough rock, they told me to come work with them. So 7, 8 years later, here I am, working.
What drew you to Just Head Water? What made you apply?
What made me apply to Just Add Water was when I was 15, I heard I could make $14 an hour cash sitting in a frog costume. Said it seemed like a great way to get some money so I could go out to eat with some friends and, you know, spend stupid money like I did when I was 15. And yeah, so plush frog, ditch places. Hoppy. I'm hoppy.
What made you stay?
What made me stay was the people here. The job's awesome and everything's like that's great. I love what we do and I love the results we get with everything we do. But the people we work with really make the job. We're like a family here. We see people more than we see the people at our house throughout the week, and everybody gets along pretty well. And it's like if you can get along with your siblings, you can get along working here. So.
What's your favorite on-the-job memory?
My favorite on-the-job memory, it would have to be during clean-out season, actually, because during clean-out season we run into some pretty interesting stuff. And we went to go get in this pond or up in this stream to get some cleaning done once we drained it. And we discovered about 24 inches of decomposed dead fish, frogs, leaves, sludge, whatever you want to call it. When you stepped in it, it oozed purple mist from the oily residue that was dead. The smell about made you throw up and really made you think about if you wanted to actually do what you're gonna do, but smell on your hands at the end of the day. That's what you do it for.
If you had to choose one word to describe the company, what would you choose?
If I had to describe the company in one word, I would say we're creative. We're a very creative company. We come up with a lot of solutions that we may not have just laid out in front of us, and we get to build cool stuff with rocks that we don't know what we're going to get until we get it. So I say we're a pretty creative company. That's one way you can describe us.
Anything else you want to add?
A lot of people see the company as something that might be a great in-between job. You know, you can work for some good money and be a good laborer, but it's a really good spot you can grow at. It's a great place. I've been here for, like I said, 7-8 years, and I've accomplished a lot of stuff in that period of time, and I'm very grateful for what the company has done for me in those period of times.
I'm Clay. I'm 24 years old. I've been working here for about 3 years now. Chris might be the owner, but don't get him wrong. I run this place. This is I'm the top dog. That's me. Got any questions? I'm the guy.
You're the worst.
I'm one of the foremans around here. I run some of the smaller jobs. I also take care of some of the maintenance and service calls. I've been working here for, it'll be 3 years in September.
What made you decide to apply at Just Add Water?
Honestly, I was just looking for just a job to get some money before I went back to school. And it looked like the most fun. And it was pretty cool stuff that we do here, so.
What made you want to stay?
The people and the work. So all of it. No, I love the work environment. I like being outside. I love being able to be creative and start with just a blank slate, which is just a yard, and then we turn it into a backyard paradise. I love that. I love the idea of that.
What's your favorite on-the-job memory with Just Add Water?
Probably we did a massive wetland for a retention pond, and there had to be a jet system put into the retention pond for that. And so we got whatever kayaks we could find at the nearest store, which was, we got a kiddie, like just one for like, I think it was 12 and under, and then a blow up one. And so we had 3 grown adults rowing around in a kid-sized kayak for a whole week.
If you had to use one word to describe the company, what would you choose?
Passionate. I feel like everyone here is pretty passionate about what we do. And we always say treat each client and each feature like we're doing it for our mom, you know? So I take that to heart.
Okay, anything else you want to say?
Bye guys.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sidney Wilson. I work labor, construction, maintenance, a little bit of this and that here at Just Add Water. Been at it for about a year and some change. Love it more than just about anything else.
Okay, what made you decide to apply at Just Add Water?
I knew a couple people that worked here, was really close with a couple of them. Got really good insight on the company beforehand, and yeah, just got lucky.
Okay, after your first couple days, what made you want to stay?
Keeping your hands working, getting outside, enjoying the weather every now and then. It is Iowa, so you run into a bit of something, but even those days you get through just fine.
What's your favorite on-the-job memory?
Find a lot of cool rocks. A lot of funny stuff happens with the crew, but honestly my favorite stuff is finishing up construction jobs, getting to see that final product and watching that water flow.
If you had to choose one word to describe the company, what would you choose?
Family. Everyone here is really close, everyone gets along really well. You always got your support system.
Hi, my name's Russell, and I am this year's maintenance tech. Go around and I clean stuff. I started last fall, so just over half a year.
And what made you decide to apply at Just Add Water?
The name caught my eye, and I was like, what is that about? And then I read up on it, and I was like, oh, it's kind of like landscaping, but better and cooler.
After your first couple days, what made you decide to stay?
Well, I really appreciated like kind of the culture the company puts out there about like every worker is important and everyone's got a place, and they'd really try and find me a place, which I appreciate. So I don't know, I couldn't say no to that.
What's your favorite on-the-job memory?
So many to choose from. I think one of my favorite memories was getting a load of boulders in the snow in November and watching poor Will have to try and drag it back in mud and snow with a ditch witch.
If you had to use one word to describe the company, what would you choose?
I'm gonna switch it up from earlier. I'm gonna go with niche. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Eli. I work at Just Add Water.
William, quit.
Hello. Been here about 7 months. Loving every bit of it.
Okay, what drew you to apply for Just Add Water?
I was going through a cycle of not finding jobs I liked. Every job I found just wasn't the fit for me, and then looked for nature jobs and applied here, and I've just been stuck here.
After you worked with the guys for a few days, what made you decide you wanted to stay?
Honestly, just the people, the environment, like they're so friendly and pretty much just like a family. It made me want to stay here forever, honestly.
What's your favorite on-the-job memory?
Probably building Torres. It was the first real build that I've been there from start to finish, and I got to see one of the bigger builds being finished.
And if you had to choose one word to describe the company, what would you choose?
Fun.
I'm Jessie. I've been here for like 2 weeks. Like fishing and ponds, I guess. All right.
What made you decide to apply at Just Add Water?
Said that I was going to be a pond builder, so I thought that would be kind of neat. I went in for my interview, not really needing a job, but seeing what was out there, and Chris and Will and Connor just kind of made me see myself doing the job and enjoying it. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you've been here, with the guys at least for a few days. What made you stay after your first couple days?
Well, I quit my last job, so I kind of had to. But I will say it is a very friendly environment, and everybody takes care of each other pretty well. So it's really nice, and the work is not like too demanding, but at the same time it's rewarding.
What's your favorite on-the-job memory?
I don't know. Man.
There's more to come. You haven't been here very long.
I caught a fish the other day. That was cool.
Okay, if you had to use one word to describe the company, what would you choose?
One word. Bodacious.
Works for me.
Okay.
My name is Karina Reese, and I do the office and marketing work for Just Add Water. I started with Just Add Water in a freelance capacity, doing their design on their mailers and helping out at events. And I started with them full-time in the office in 2021. Fun fact about me, I am actually Will's sister. So I've kind of been involved in Just Add Water for quite a few years with, him working there and just being extra help in events. And then I have a background in public relations and graphic design. So as they were expanding and looking for something more full-time in the office and a little bit of help on expanding in marketing and events, I decided to come on full-time. What makes me stay at Just Add Water? I'm sure someone else has said it, but Chris and Will are great bosses. It really comes down to, feeling like you're cared for as a person as well as an employee, which is amazing and hard to find in a job. So really just feeling like, it's an extension of your family, which for me it literally is, but all the guys on the crew really become, your family, and you care for them on a more personal level than just, your coworkers. My favorite memory for Just Add Water is probably pond tours. They're a really fun time for me to see all my hard work come together and see everybody out and enjoying them. as well as a time for the whole crew to be together. I do see the guys fairly regularly, but especially during construction season and different times like that, I can go quite a while without seeing them. So it's fun to do events where we all get to come together. And, you know, being in the office, it's nice to go out and see what they're working on too. And so pond tours are fun because I get to see the behind the scenes of the creation of the feature, but then also, you know, it's fun to show it off and let people see our hard work. If I had to choose one word to describe the company, I would choose integrity. The guys really put themselves into their work, and I think as a company, we really just put out there, you know, that feeling or that likeness of having integrity. You know, we like to treat every client and every home like it's our own, and I think that's very important. And it really gives people, you know, a sense of family, which we like to put out there, but also just, you know, the pride that we take in our work. And sometimes integrity is hard to come by with contractors, and we don't want to be one of those contractors. We want to make you feel like, you know, you're cared for and you're not just another stop in our day. So I think the guys do a great job at that, and Chris especially, building the community that he does.
Just add water.
I am 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 just add water.